We're here at the coaches' meetings in Phoenix. Wendell Barnhouse alongside Miles Simon, the ESPN college basketball analyst. Miles, first of all, let's talk about Kansas and Iowa State. They're probably going to be two of the top teams in the Big 12 next season. After Iowa State won in Kansas City, a lot of people saying, well, maybe the Cyclones are the team that's going to end this streak of Kansas winning the regular season. I don't know if Kansas heard that, but they went out and got a couple of pretty good players. Maybe talk about these two recruits they're bringing in and how much that might help the Jayhawks next year.
Yeah, I think first of all it starts off with Perry Ellis returning. That's big. He comes back for his senior year, and I think he'll have an All-American type season, pick up right where he left off. Remember, he was hot on Buddy Hield's heels for the Big 12 Player of the Year, so that's huge first and foremost. But the recruits, when you lose Cliff Alexander, we know the eligibility issues, but you get a guy like Sheck Diallo, big-time energy guy, plays hard all the time, a good defender. You don't have to run any plays for him. Huge get for Kansas, especially in the post area. So that kind of solidifies he can play alongside Perry because Diallo's going to do most of his work around the basket. And then you look for Frank Mason to continue to make a big jump. And then also Devontae Graham, I think, is going to be huge going forward. And Brandon Green, I think, will have to step up his game on the wing, especially with Kelly Oubre gone. And then when you look at Iowa State, Fred Hoiberg's going to arguably return a top 5 team. You're going to return 4 of your 5 starters. I think you're going to have a hungry team. Monte Morris will be on a lot of All-American lists, as will George Niang. Jameel McKay is one of the best defenders in all of college basketball. And then you have Naz Long. You get the transfer of Hollis Cook from Oregon State. And they're going to challenge the Jayhawks. But as we know, the Jayhawks seem to persevere, 11 straight titles. Someone's going to have to knock off the king. Iowa State could be that team next year.
New coach at Texas, Shaka Smart. Sounds like a pretty good hire, and he's got, they got like 8 of the top 10 players from last year's team coming back, a lot of size. What do you think he's going to get accomplished down there at Texas, and can they be sort of a dark horse team just to kind of make some noise?
I really think they can because Shaka Smart's style of play, we know it's havoc, and he presses and gets after teams on the defensive end. He has a good foundation already in place from Rick Barnes' team. When you look at Isaiah Taylor, can be much better on the defensive end with his length and athleticism. DeMarcus Holland and Kendall Yancey are 2 very strong, physical, and athletic wings that can get after you on the defensive end. And then they're going to be able to push the tempo a little bit. And people worry maybe about Cameron Ridley not being able to play that type of pace, but I think he'll be all right. I think he'll continue to get in better shape. You can throw Prince eBay in there. Connor Lambert's going to be okay. I think Texas Longhorns could be a dark horse team. I think they're an NCAA caliber team right away, and I think Shaka Smart is going to have a great impact. He adds to that Final Four pedigree of coaches that the Big 12 already has, and I'm excited to see what he does in Austin.
That's Miles Simon from ESPN, and I'm Wendell Barnhouse of the Big 12 Digital Network reporting from Phoenix.